Okay, update. I have allergies. Rough show last night at Union Hall. I got to figure out a way to talk about growing up poor on stage without alienating everybody. It is hard to do that. People get weird. It sucks. I don't know if they get weird for men, though. I grew up poor. Maybe I need to address that they're getting weird. Like, be like, I grew up poor. Not. I don't think that works. What else is going on? I got into a fight on the train today because a man was playing his Bluetooth over a external thing. You know what I mean? He was playing his music over an external Bluetooth. And I was like, stop. I was like, stop. I was like, turn it off. And he's like, no. And I was like, come on, cut it off. And then I kind of absentmindedly hit the jewel. Didn't even think about it. And then this other woman got off the train and she was like, you must feel pretty good on your high horse. You're vaping on that. I hit it like one time. I didn't even know I did it. And she's like yelling at that guy when you're and I was like, I'm not yelling at that guy. He's like a 17-year-old. I'm just being an elder telling him to that he's blowing out my eardrums. Piece of shit. What else is going on? A little bit of rough. We're going through a rough patch. We're working out the hour, which is starting to kill me a little bit. Have to get in order. I don't know how to put things in order because of the ADHD. And it feels like a one-woman show when I have an order to it, which I really don't like. And I have to figure that out because I don't communicate in an order. It's all very frantic and weird. But then you have to record an hour and you're like, can't be frantic. I think I just had to do it frantic and weird. There's no way. When it goes in order, I feel so weird about it. I mean, maybe it can be a rough order, but it can't be cheeky. Come on in.
Are you already talking?
Yeah.
It's already begun?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No. I just did a little intro. It was perfect. Look at your little outfit.
Is it cute?
Yeah. I hate how far we are. I'm really sorry.
I know.
I'm not a fan of it.
That mic?
I would rather share that mic than do this.
Sit on your lap.
We could move it, but it'd be a whole ordeal.
It'd be a whole ordeal, and I'm already late, aren't I?
No, you're fine. I just do a little intro.
Is everything fine? Sure.
How about you?
Yeah. Sometimes.
Really?
No,
I have serious allergies.
Well, sometimes I'm on the city bike, and you got the right song going. You're like, everything's going to be fine.
Sit down into the microphone. What are you doing right now?
I'm taking the thing out of my mouth.
Give me one. What flavor is it?
It's not like, I don't even know. It's off-brand.
Ew, no, get that away from me. What are you, a child?
Yeah.
It's off-brand? Non-Zin? Sit down.
They didn't have, they only
Stop
had the
talking
6s.
away from the mic.
They only had the 6s. I don't even like them. I'm just trying to feel something
Yeah.
other than what I'm feeling, which ends up being more discomfort.
Do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Wow, I can't believe I'm here.
Where's your camera?
I don't know. This one?
Oh, there it is.
Wow. Okay. Hi.
Oops. Is that you texting me? No, it's my friends.
You look great.
Thanks. I'm dying.
I'm dying too.
Really?
Oh, you were dying from allergies?
Ah,
Other stuff?
yeah.
Boyfriend?
There's a break happening.
There's always a break happening.
The break is tough.
Break's inevitable. I'm Jon Rudnitsky, and this is Jordan's podcast. R.I.P.
Good job. What'd you do today? Some glamorous stuff?
I worked out.
You did? I boxed yesterday. I felt really good.
I saw
Really?
on your story.
Thanks.
You were talking while you were doing push-ups. You were making your trainer laugh.
I really can't stop talking the whole time. I have to fill her in. She was in Puerto Rico for a month.
Yeah.
I have to let her know everything that's happened.
I know. That's what I do. I tell like they're my therapist.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll do that to an Uber driver.
But we reverse. Sometimes I'm crying. Sometimes she's crying. Sometimes
there's
we're
crying.
laughing. Oh yeah, we're crying. We're crying.
I need to go there.
She's coming up. We are best friends.
I need to cry.
Try crying right now. Wow. You guys got a sneak peek. Lift it up. Lift it up.
Well,
Wow.
little titty.
Little titty action's
Little
good.
titty action.
So, you have to cry? It
I
seems like
I think I need
here's
a
the
good
deal.
cry. I'm not
Here's the deal.
sitting in it.
Here's the deal. You got a really nice mom.
I know. Everything's...
You got great friends. You got great family.
There's nothing bad.
And let me tell you the secret. That's the worst thing. There's nothing worse than having a good life and depression.
I know.
It's brutal.
Because you realize it's just innate.
And you have nothing to fight against. You can't go, fuck my mom.
Well, that's why I'll focus on my ex, because it's like an unsolvable problem.
But what's the problem you really need to solve?
My addiction to suffering.
Maybe Harry really doesn't like it when he can't see our faces. Perfect. You did a great job.
I think I'm addicted to suffering, but that's why it's very.
You're addicted to sex and love. Pass the thing back and
forth.
Oh
yeah,
I'll say my idea, then you say your idea.
Okay, my psych yesterday said I need to go to meetings with a friend. Yeah.
Really?
So I was thinking
you want to go to SLA meetings?
I'll come with you.
Okay.
Okay, great.
Send it back.
Do you mind if I use this to jack off real quick, though? Just one more before, just to get me back on my feet.
It does suck. They're really good, though. We can go. We can go over Zoom. We can sit at my house with my dog and Zoom in, dude.
Let's zoom in.
Zoom in is less, because the problem is if you go in meetings, you're going to fuck these ladies. And the other problem is, I wouldn't say that you are, I think you're more like me. Like, I think if I said you are not allowed to penetrate a woman or jerk off for a month, you'd be like, that's fine. Can we lay in bed together and give forehead kisses? And I'd say yes. And you'd be like, totally great. You know what I mean?
100%.
You'd be fine with forehead kisses.
Yes, especially post Lexapro. I think I thought that it was like a sex thing.
You're not seeing butts and being like, I want to come on that.
Now that my sex drive is, now that I got an innie.
Yeah. Is it an innie?
For a peen. Well,
is it hard to come out?
I mean, if I wake him up and
but does he have to be woken up by
But if he sees his shadow, he goes right back in there.
Really? He's like Coyote.
Yeah. No, it's fine. It's just
Is it easier to get hard if it's somebody that you don't know very well? Like if it's a random woman?
No. The random stuff doesn't feel...
Do you need water or anything?
Do I seem like it?
I do.
Let's get some water.
Can we get some water by any chance?
Some waters, please.
Thanks. So I'm really sorry for not asking beforehand.
Was this a good time to take a break?
No, you're not taking a break.
Just like throw it to the sponsors.
I don't have sponsors. They unsponsored all me. I have everything.
Why? What did you say?
I'm not sure why they unsponsored. They told me why. I mean, I wasn't very good with the ads, but I forgot what the reason was.
I love that you don't care.
Should I care? Oh,
no, don't care. Don't care. Don't think about it.
There was a reason.
Yeah, it was something like racist and sexist, I said. Something.
Maybe I said they were bad.
I did the Roman salute. I can't remember.
Oh, they bought a certain amount for a time as part of their thing for quarter one. Oh, so I ran out. I would like to do hymns. Hymns is offering. Hymns, let me do hymns. I have good experiences with hymns. I was just doing Factor, which Factor is fine, but they're frozen in my fridge for weeks, and I had to tell the truth.
What's Factor for?
It's meals.
Well, what about hymns?
Hymns I'm all about. Hymns gave my ex-boyfriend his hair back.
Wow, no way. It came back?
Yeah.
He didn't have to go to Turkey?
No, he didn't go to Turkey.
Your ex-boyfriend? Is that your boyfriend?
No, the XX.
XX. I don't really know about XX.
The one right now isn't an X. It's a break.
You want to talk about it?
It's a break. It was demanded by the therapist.
It was.
And we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. This is going to be good for you.
Is it?
Yes. Yes.
It seems unfair. It seems like it's a break for an avoidant man to get some relief, and I have to suffer in unknown.
Isn't this pattern just going to continue?
How is a break going to help it? Postponing it?
I think break maybe turns into break up. I know. But this is, you're going to meetings. It's an addiction. It's an addiction.
You think the therapist is easing us into a breakup?
I don't know.
That is scary.
You're going to be all right.
The meetings you would like the meetings. The problem with the meetings is you start realizing all the things that you can't do. And then you're like, when you do it, you're like, ugh.
Right. The thing about like cuddling is it doesn't feel like you're a crackhead. You're like damaging your liver.
No,
I mean, like there's no tangible deterioration health-wise. As far as addictions go, it's just like, oh, I feel empty, and this is like, this is actually exacerbating all the pain that I've been going through post breakup.
There's so many things that you won't realize is fucked. The cuddling you'll realize is a part of the addiction. I have the addiction of like having 10,000 men at my fingertips, and then I just ice them all out. Like,
Yeah,
and I just won't, not to fuck, but like all of my guy friends, you know about this, where it's like I go to the park with a harem of men to make me feel secure.
I'm one of them.
Yeah. And then I'll be
and then
a bad
and then
friend.
I get upset because it triggers me because I thought I was special.
Right.
Which is my hole, obviously.
No, that's not your hole. That's my hole. Having a million very tight relationships that I then don't like take care of because there's so many of them.
Well,
but just so you know, you're number one. Never leave me.
I don't leave you. You leave me.
Okay, great.
But you are a better friend when you're not in a relationship, which is not the way to be. It's a sign, I think, of an unhealthy relationship because you should be able. Yeah. This is. Now keep going, please. That has to be against the rules. That has to be in the book.
Yeah, you enter it and they're like, prepare for the steps. No bananas. No cucumbers.
No microphones in
mouth.
mouth.
No microphones in mouth. I'm really sorry for doing that. I don't think they heard about the water thing, which is totally fine. Don't even worry about it. Here's the deal.
Talk to me.
How many webs do you have woven at the moment?
They're actually unweaving. I just go through phases where I have a web that I'm trying to get out of, and they're unweaving. I sent an honest text right before I came in here.
Are you having a little bit of issue because your mom's your girlfriend, kind of?
God.
Is that a bit of a thing? Because your mom, the one time I met your mom, I walked up to you both. She's so beautiful, and you were wearing the same outfit, the same exact outfit.
The orange. We both have that orange shirt. That happened one time, so I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't worn it since.
Are you trying to
I brought
find
her on
a
stage
mother figure?
No.
You're not
I have a pattern of either dating. You're back on it. May I?
It's a break from everything. It's a break from.
Yeah, because this is what happens. No wonder you took a break from the vape because you didn't have him. I get it. Because as soon as I went through the breakup, I was like, I guess I'll do nicotine.
Yeah.
It's great because you know what I like about it? It makes me feel really good for 20 seconds and then terrible for the rest of the day.
Bad. Yeah.
Everything's fine.
I think I'm looking for we're all trying to replace the parents.
Well, listen,
but your mom's an angel, isn't she?
Yeah, she's great, but she overly, she was overly loved me.
So that's why
I could do no wrong. And yeah, well, what happens is I found myself in multiple relationships where it's like I kind of have a pattern of being with like a woman who takes care of me. And then I get bored and they get bored, probably a little grossed out. Because like, I don't want to keep breastfeeding this grown man.
Yeah.
Worked better in my 20s, but now it's like, come on.
Yeah.
Cliche.
Yeah.
And then I go and I'm with an avoidant girl who's like toxic and just hot and cold.
Your ex-fiance was not avoidant, right? Secure
until I became avoidant, and then slowly it broke her down, and then she now she's gay. Well, I guess she was always gay, but she just she really realized it after being with a guy with a nub for a peen and
an extended clitoris.
An extended clitoris. No, my business was fine back then. It's a Lexapro, but I'm weaning off.
Don't wean off the Lexapro.
Yeah, I'm gonna switch to something else.
Why? It's really a problem?
No, it's less the penis thing. Like I can figure
sleepy?
that out. Am I sleepy?
Yeah.
I'm sleepy all the time, but I can't fall asleep till 4:30.
Because of the Lexapro?
No, probably because of the weed, which I also have to cut out, but also just the general. I've been on a bit of a bender.
Why are you cutting the Lexapro?
Because I don't feel that much better.
How many milligrams?
I don't feel that much better.
How many milligrams?
10.
20? You're a bitch.
20 is going to be a problem.
You're on 10 milligrams and you're weaning off? Just stop taking it. It's 10. What's the lower dose?
You go down to 5, and then I'm going to switch to something else. But
Prozac is the best.
The point is I'm still sad. I'm still got loopity-loop thoughts.
Do Prozac. Or Levite.
I was going to do this other one.
Prednisone or something?
No. Pristine?
Yeah, I've heard Gen Zers on that. I'm a Prozac queen, though. Or the other one is Luvox, I think, which is for OCD.
Okay.
What you have to do is stop. You have to.
I have romantic OCD.
Right. So do I. You got to do the steps.
Yeah.
That's the only way I've been able to deal with it at all.
Yeah.
is because you see how much of it is an addiction and how much of it is just like, it's literally just like, you have to replace all of that behavior, all of the like, I need with other shit. And every time it comes up, you have to be like, fuck you, you're the addiction. And you have to keep replacing it. Like every time I'll be like, oh, I wonder if and I start cycling out and like, what if I have to like go to the list of top line behaviors, whatever that is, boxing, knitting, cooking, you know, bath, whatever the fucking do one of those. And you're like, this is so gay. Call one of my friends. And then by the end, and then by like, you know, a few weeks in, you're like, oh wow, I like haven't spun out in a while.
Really?
Yeah, and now when I start spinning out, I'll be like, hey man, I'm in a loop. I need to like pull back and do some top line behaviors to get out of this loop.
Yeah.
Or else you'll keep, it's a wheel. OCD is a wheel. So you just whip it. And the more you like touch it, the faster it goes. And if you like step away and you go, I'm not even looking at that thing, it slows down.
Yeah.
Because when it gets out of control, nothing's going to like snap. You know what I mean? Like the wheel isn't going to break you. It will just get to a really annoying speed. And you can always slow it back down. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I'm mostly
wheel.
Yeah. Yeah. And every
but
once
on
in
stage,
a while,
you're not wheel. I saw you on stage the other day. Magical. Mike Rowland told me when I was with you, he was like, dude, he described your whole hour. I was like, I had no idea. I had no idea that you have fucking musical numbers. He told me about the whole callback thing. I was like, I had no idea it was like that. And the other night on stage, it was so good.
Yeah.
So,
but don't you get you? That's you too.
Right, but
you're totally comfortable on stage.
Idea that
I was any good at comedy.
I thought you were good, but I didn't know you had like orchestration. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that is like, because if you like turn some of this obsessive energy towards that.
I know.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
I know.
It'd be fun.
I would love it. But is it the right meds? Is that what it is? No,
it's law. No weed, no pot, whatever the things are that trigger you.
Yeah.
That you have to cut them out. No sex, no weed. It's hard.
Oof.
Sponsor, call them. What's up? I really want to fucking DM this girl. Okay, man, what can you do instead? I'm going to go for a long walk. I'm going to listen to music.
And jag it off is no good.
If it's not a trigger for you, it's totally fine. For some people, jacking off stops them from the thoughts.
Sometimes it does.
Yeah, so
it's temporary. Yeah. But I also think I'd read more if I didn't jack off.
Yeah, but
I feel like you can't. I feel like you can't read and jack off. It's like one or the other. You're like, I could read or I could jack off, and then you jack off, and you're like, I have some shame and I'm sleepy.
But if you go, I could read or I could jack off, you go, reading is hard, I'm going to jack off. What you need to do is, I could read or I could, and then think of something else. Reddit, whatever you like to do. But for me, it's like true crime.
Yeah.
It's like I could obsess about my ex, or I could allow myself to watch one episode of a naughty
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It needs to be something else that's feels good, that's like nice for you.
Do you have a thing where you're like walking through life and you're thinking about somebody, your ex maybe, like watching you live and exist? Is that a normal thing? Or like sometimes
that's protagonist style. Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Of course. When we're broken up, of course.
Yeah, like
constantly.
They see me on this walk in the park and they're thinking,
Totally.
And then I start thinking about what they were thinking. Or even more tangible is like the story on Instagram, and you're like, if they're I'll relook at it from their perspective.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just like fantasizing kind of.
Yeah. But that's part of the illness, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Because that's all fantasy. It's all just stuff you have to like have a limit to. Like dude, I'll go to meetings and people will be like, I caught myself like doing something like fantasizing today. And like they have like rules on thoughts. Like how alcoholics are like, I caught myself eating a bourbon cake, just hoping the bourbon. They're like, I caught myself thinking this bad way.
It's a thinking problem.
Yeah.
I have a thinking problem.
You have to just, I think it'd be good for you to do the steps.
I think so.
Because it's so structured.
Yeah.
Which really helps. And you could do this thing where you're hostile every step. You're like, fuck this. Why the fuck am I even doing that? And then you finish the step and you're like, oh my God, now I see why they had me do that.
Yeah.
But during it, you're like, okay, write it down. I'll write down my resentments. And you're like, this is so. And then by the end of writing them, you're like, dude, I'm such a for having so many resentments. Yeah. Who cares?
Right.
You know? And then you let them go. It's sick.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll see you later. I'm gonna go start. I'm gonna start right now.
Yeah. But your ex thing is I mean, we've been going through the on and off thing forever.
Yeah. Well,
Yours is tough because the thing that annoys me about yours is like, if you were like, there were times where if you were like, let's fucking ride, you could have rode together. But you would pull out and then she would pull out back and forth. Whereas in mine, I'm always down.
I don't know.
You think you're down?
I don't know if I believed it. I think we were both scared to actually like be with each other, and it was just this game of chicken. It felt like the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I think the relationship made us both extremely anxious.
Yeah.
But not being it also freaked us out. So it's just like it's just a very addictive thing. It's harder to get out of a relationship like that than it is, I think, with like someone that was like a super healthy situation, you know, I think.
Do you feel better knowing that she's not available?
Yeah, it helps.
It does help, right?
It does help.
Because it's like you're a traitor.
It's
like you're a traitor. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is helpful. But now you're going out with all these women and they're scaring you because they're not exactly right. Or they're not exactly her. That's what always happened to me. I would go on a date and be like, you're a stranger.
Yeah.
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 Wait.
Yeah, this arm doesn't feel the same. This hair doesn't smell the same. Oh, wait, I'm still
and then it's like
attached to somebody.
Raped.
I didn't give myself. What's that?
And then it's like you're being raped a little bit. Sometimes
Yeah.
I'll be like, I got myself into this mess. I pulled you into my bed. I'm having sex with you. And then I'm like, but you're not. And then I'm like, I don't want to do this, but you're already like penetrated.
Yeah, and then I'm already getting pegged.
Yeah.
It's tough.
It's rough.
I know. Yeah. I know. Well, this is, what I'm realizing. Well, that's part of the text I sent today.
You sent a text?
A girl sent me a text today that was like, either you're really not persistent or you don't like me.
Good.
And I was like, first of all, I was like, I shouldn't be the one. You shouldn't have been the one to text me. I should have texted you. But basically, I'm like not in a place. Like, I'm just not out of the woods on my last thing. And I feel like I'm running around trying to avoid being with myself. And I think I just need to do that, And I've said that before.
Think about
a lot. And I'm tired of saying that. And I'm tired of letting people down. And I want to be a better guy. And I want to be kinder to myself. And I don't want to give myself reasons to beat myself up. Not that that's ever productive. But at a certain point, it's like,
think about this.
You got to be responsible for other people's feelings and for yourself. And you gotta follow your authentic self.
Your authentic self, you need to actually run away from hardcore. But
do you think? Pass me the bullshit fuck stick, please. No, not the tissues. Give me the good. Give me the good.
Think about this.
This isn't getting me off.
Think about
that's good.
If your ex-girlfriend did mirror on the wall and saw you in 3 months, and there was 2 versions of you, one that was like hooking up with random hoes, giving your number out at comedy shows, and 2, a version of you that was like writing in a journal, working on yourself every day, and women were calling and you're like, sorry, I'm taking space. That dude's hot.
By the way, I'm waking up late.
Me too. So
late.
Noon. 1.
Yeah. Okay. Thank God. Journaling though. Meditating, journaling.
Yeah. As all boys your height do.
Doing some weird animal workout. Right? I'm doing that.
Everybody under 6 foot is meditating and journaling every morning. All my friends that are below 6 foot are like, I meditate twice.
Well,
twice
Roland
a day.
and I were literally doing.
Roland, Jake does it.
We were meditating together in the mall parking lot at the Palisades Mall before my Levity live shows. 20-minute meditations next to each other. Yeah,
20's crazy.
I know. Well, it's just time for me to sit there and think about all the things I'm already thinking about, but just while freaking.
Does it work?
I think yes, in the sense that, first of all, it's something you could say, I did this. And I do need stillness. Like, even if I'm sitting with great discomfort, that's then what I need to work on.
Are you doing TM at least? Where you're
I'm doing TM.
Oh, good. That's good.
A mantra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That you've been given?
I just use my ex's name. I'm kidding. They gave me one.
That's funny. I always say, Mufasa.
You just gave yourself.
Yeah,
Mufasa.
I just say Mufasa because they all sounded kind of like that, and so I didn't want to pay money, but he gave you your own.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah,
where? Some guy in Bushwick?
No, some guy in L.A. This was years ago, long time ago.
Well, I think they change as you get older, to be honest. You might need to get reevaluated.
You think I need a new mantra?
No, I absolutely don't. I think you're perfect the way you are.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
You do?
Yes, of course.
But I got some work to do.
I just think if you want to end your suffering, you could do these things. But of course, I think you're perfect the way you are.
I love you.
I love you. You should know that you're perfect the way you are.
I don't think you should put this episode out. But
Why?
I'm kidding.
Well, you could tell me that. You should tell me that. You should tell the thing that you said that you'd tell.
No, we don't need to do that. Which one?
Mm-hmm.
Well, in a bit. I like what we're talking about.
Let's keep talking about it.
This is helpful. This is the only way I can get you to hang out with me, by the way. Is by recording it on a microphone.
That's not true.
This would be
You never come to the park when I say I'm going to the park.
I call you. You don't call me back because you know
I was at the park too.
That when you pick up, you're like, oh, I have to listen to like.
No, I don't mind listening to it.
Meltdown, right?
I like the meltdowns.
I don't,
imagine how much our friendship's gonna fall apart when you go, I'm good.
I know.
Imagine how horrifying that. You'll never be good. We'll never be good. We're trying.
We're trying.
Yeah.
I have hope.
Just so.
I have a lot to be grateful for.
These are the two questions. This is the divine love question. 1, is it work, ladders, mud, spackle, building things together? Or is it easy and you meet somebody and you're like, oh my God, I thought it was spackle, but it's literally just like the right iron with the right wood. You know what I mean? Yeah. And ours fit. That's the cosmic question that I do not know the answer to. And I've heard both.
Yeah.
My therapist says it's work, mud. But other people who are married are like, sure, it's work, but like, there's never a question if we're going to be together or not.
Right.
That shit fucks me up. When people go, we met and like, of course we fight, but it's never a question if we'll break up. I'm like, I've never been in a relationship where the whole time I'm not like, should we break up?
That's because you are, anytime I've talked to you about your stuff, you're like, I'm not going to find anything else, or that doesn't exist. So it's your outlook is off. Like, I have hope.
You know what?
I want to find the easy thing. I want to find the easy thing. I do, and I know it's not going to be easy forever, but I just think there's something out there that's like, oh, this is my person, and it is effortless and cozy and nice, and I'm not constantly like, do you love me as much as you did 3 minutes ago?
That's how I am. Imagine,
that's how I was in my last relationship.
Being me, and you go to all your guy friends, like you, and they go, you'll find somebody else. Don't worry. You're great. You're going to find somebody else. And then in walks your fucking date, who is a celebrity with huge tits and a perfect 110-pound figure. I'm like, no, I'm not, actually. If my closest people are dating full bimbos, I'm fucked.
Yeah, but I think that those guys aren't ending up with the bimbos, are they?
Yes, they will. You're going to marry a gooey gumdrop? No, you're not. You're going to marry a... You know what I mean? You're not going to marry a gooey gumdrop. You're going to marry a... And she's going to make your life miserable. No. You're going to pump out a kid out of her tiny little body. Baby's going to be a little anemic. That's okay. It'll suffer with gaining weight forever. But that'll be good because it'll also be in Hollywood because it's skinny and its mom was in Hollywood and they look alike.
I'm going to have an Epo.
Yes.
Right.
You're not going to date the help.
I'm going to date a gooey gumdrop.
No, you're not.
I am.
Okay, you're going to date who's a gooey gumdrop besides me? Who's like a person in the media that's a gooey gumdrop?
I don't know.
You know who's the coolest couple? Connor O'Malley. You know him?
Yeah.
And his wife.
Yeah. 80.
Yes.
Yeah, Connor and 80.
That's great.
That's great.
He's ideal man. It makes him way hotter that he's married to her. It makes her hotter that that's good.
You just know that's a great couple. Yes. A lot of giggles. A lot of joy.
Even like any female comic is a gooey gumdrop. I mean, most of them besides, you know what I mean? Like,
yes. But I don't think I want to end up with a comic.
Okay, well, somebody who isn't, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
Funny, but isn't mentally ill in the way that we are.
That's like that's like a Buffalo girl. Like a girl from Buffalo who like eats wings kind of fast and then gets the hiccups. I would love it if you guys ended up with one of those girls. You know what I mean?
I don't think her and I have nothing in common.
If you meet a funny girl who's not in the industry, she's a little bit of a slob. She's like a little bit of a hilarious, you know what I mean? Like she's the girl who's like, I'm too hot and takes her shirt off and not to be sexy, but because it's like.
I like that. But you lost me at wings and like watching the Bills game.
Yeah, but she's a little bit of an alcoholic. You think you can find a funny girl, not alcoholic, who's not in the industry?
She's funny. She's creative. She's like a little all over the place, but you know, she's done the work. You know, she's even keeled. She's petite. She's got maybe like a thicker
Why
eyebrow.
would you say petite?
She's bilingual.
Why would you say petite?
Because I'm petite.
You cannot say petite while you're describing somebody's personality.
Petite. She's probably in some overalls. She's painting, but not because that's what
kind,
she does.
She's funny. She's artistic. You can't say she's petite. I'll kill myself. That is like me being like, he has to be kind, funny. Oh, he has to be tall.
That's fine. I get that. Most women want a taller guy.
That's not how human beings should. If you're attracted to them, you're attracted to them. Haven't you been attracted to somebody who you're like, this is crazy that I'm attracted to this person? They're 80 years old or they're 400 pounds or something. You know what I mean? Like, haven't you had a weird?
Yeah, that
rules.
I love 400-pound 80-year-olds specifically. That gets me off.
But you know when you get a weird attraction and you're like, I can be attracted.
Yes, I do have I have a wide range. Okay, it's not just.
So just range towards.
I like gooey. I like a lot of gooey gumdrops.
Maybe she's small, but she used to be fat.
Great, fine.
Okay.
Who do you see me with? Describe her to me.
Dumb cunt right now. Tall, dumb whore. Who do I want you to be with? Like a little spaz. I'd like you to be with a little spaz, but who has their shit together.
Yes, that sounds great.
Like she always has papers dropping out of her bag.
Great.
Like,
then we both do.
Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah.
A little weird. Or very calm, very quiet, but then when you're alone, she's weird. You know who I could imagine you with?
Go ahead.
Have you seen Pulp Fiction?
Yeah.
Bruce Willis's girl in that.
Zed's dead, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, wasn't she just like complaining the whole time with a thick accent?
No,
just, like,
at one point she's
him.
talking about her belly and she's like, I have a pot. I love it. She's very cute.
Yeah. Kind of like are you watching White Lotus?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The one with Walton Goggins with the teeth?
Yeah, that would be great. I would love some weird teeth.
I would take some weird
Okay.
teeth. She's great.
Great. I would love that. Okay,
right.
Great. We're going to do weird teeth.
All right, well, let's get her here. Is
Okay.
she here?
Ship her in. You probably could. Isn't that weird? The other day we were watching The Bachelorette and Mike was like, he was like, do you think she'll ever come around the cellar? And I was like, wow, it's so crazy that male comics can actively be like, oh, maybe I'll meet that girl. And we'll be, like, the idea of a bachelor coming in and me being like, maybe we'll be together. Insane. The craziest thing. I'm like, maybe I can not see him so that I don't.
Well, this has happened to me several times where I've watched something. I'm like, I have a crush on that girl. And then somehow I end up going out with them. And then I end up not being interested because I created some fantasy about them. And then I'm like, I'm okay. And I just run to the next thing.
Crazy.
I know I have a problem.
No, it's not your problem.
It's like I get bored, but I'm the problem because it's like I have a narcissism problem, I think.
Women could never watch the TV and be like, I want that guy. That's crazy. But you can watch the dude. How? They have to be so many leagues beyond the dude in order for that to work. You know what I mean?
I think you're underestimating yourself here. You're hot. You're hilarious.
Dude, the idea of being like, I could be with a bachelor. I mean, I never would want that because they're fully retarded. But the idea of like being like, yeah, I'll do that.
It would be hilarious if you were the Bachelorette.
That'd be so fun.
Oh my God.
No, I've said too many fucked up things. That'd be great, though.
It'd be so funny to hear you talk to one of those guys.
Yeah, but I'm a love addict, so I actually would fall in love with like 4 of them. Like they would be like, oh, this is going to be a funny season where she rejects everybody. And I'm like, don't let any of them go home. I love them all. Or it'd be day one, I'd lock in on one.
You would fucking destroy these guys.
Yeah.
As soon as they say something, you would like rip into them.
It's true.
It's just funny that they're always trying to outdo each other's trauma too. Just like this guy has to keep going on dates, and then they're like, when I was 7, my whole family died.
Yeah, but there was one woman who was like,
well, here's a rose.
Yeah. There was one woman one week that was like, I have endometriosis. And everybody's like, oh. And I was like, yeah, we all have fucking endometriosis, bitch. Are you kidding me? One girl was like missing an arm, and the other one was like, I have really tough periods.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
You could be a bachelor. You could.
That would be bad for SLA, I would think.
No, I think it'd be good. You can't just rail all those girls out, can you? I guess you can.
I think that's the
It's
show.
funny when there's a white bachelor on and it's like one person has sex with them, but then they have a black bachelor and it's like there's like 4 girls in a room with him at once.
Is that what happens? Is that what's happening this season?
I don't know, but I like to imagine that.
I saw Matt James in Washington Square Park the other day. He was one of the bachelors.
Which one? Cheddar Cheese Mouse is always at the cellar. Pilot Pete.
Pilot Pete.
I call him Cheddar Cheese Mouse.
I don't know Cheddar Cheese Mouse.
Yeah, you do. He's the one who fucked the girl a million times in the windmill.
Fuck, will you send me a link?
No. Google Cheddar Cheese. No, Google Pilot Pete.
I can't. I'm in the program now.
You can't Google bachelors.
If I type in Cheddar Cheese Mouse, I'm going to jack off. I end up jacking off whatever comes up.
If you do the program, you'd have to, you should just do it. But I don't know if you're at rock bottom yet. You really have to be at rock bottom. You really have to be suicidal.
Yeah, I'm not. And the summer's, here, and I want to enjoy myself. I want to go to Europe, do shows there, run around, feel free. Not to muck about and and have sex, per se. I just like to get out of my comfort zone, get out of the routine, break it up.
To go to Europe?
Yeah, and then maybe you're reading a book somewhere, which I've never done, but let's say this new version of me, he's reading a book and he's not on Instagram and then he meets,
You don't have to go to Europe to do that.
a
Just
girl who could be
start
any
now.
size,
There you go.
any height.
Yeah.
She comes up.
Yes.
I saw you were reading a book.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my wife.
Yes, I would love that if you came home with the Hunchback of Notre Dame. That'd be great. I'd be if you came back with an ugly girl, I would love that. I would believe it. I'd believe in love. This is like my best friend was dating the hottest guy forever and they were the hottest couple. And I was like, how do you expect me to believe in this love? You think you guys just match? Like you're boarding Noah's Ark? You know what I mean? Like,
but aren't there's so many people. There's got to be at least a handful who are attractive to you physically and emotionally and intellectually. Like it just has to exist. And of course it's work, but I'm hopeful for it. And in the meantime,
you can find that, but you can't do it while you're all
the way I am.
Yeah.
How do I seem? Do I look all right?
You look great.
Am I puffy?
You're not puffy. You look great.
I've been drinking a little. Am I puffy?
No, you're not puffy.
Okay.
But you're in a little bit of Ian Fidance mode. You're in a little bit of having sleepovers with people that you don't know that well.
Yeah.
That's bad,
right.
In my opinion.
Sure.
Because I think in our 20s, all fine. But now we're in our 30s.
I know.
We got to relax.
Believe me.
Yeah.
If I was 26 and I was living the life I'm living now, I'd be like, way to go, bud.
Yeah. Great.
But now I'm like, what are you doing, buddy?
I mean, I had sex one time on the road in the last year. Yeah. And I was so depressed for a week after. It made me feel so weird.
Yeah.
It was a bizarre power dynamic where I was on stage and you know what I mean? Like it was so odd. And it made me feel very I don't know. Like it was rigged. Like the game was rigged because it was obviously you want to have sex with me. I was just on stage for an hour. I had an audience.
But don't you also feel yes, of course. But don't you also feel like you're on stage being this vulnerable? Of course, the most charming version, but you're very you on stage.
Yeah, but it still is stage. I mean, you can watch somebody play a synthesizer like a full retard, and you're like, I hate the way that sounds. But there's lights and stage, and he has audience, and people are shocked. Therefore,
is he single?
Immediate attraction. Yeah, exactly.
I'm interested.
Yeah. You
maybe I'm just looking for a guy with a synthesizer this whole time.
Me too, aren't we all? Just a synth man.
But he still looks like that. He still looks like that.
Yeah.
He plays it with his baby arm coming out of his neck.
Yeah.
That's what I need.
Yeah.
It could happen. I'm not worried about it. I'm hopeful. I'm a romantic.
But I also think your personality is, as is mine, is based off of being in turmoil.
I know, and I'm sick of it because
how do we switch that? What if we just accepted that about ourselves? There's always there's a frazzled, there's a little bit of a chicken with its head cut off thing.
Yeah,
and that's who we are.
I know what the issue is. I've unpacked it in the last 2 weeks.
What is it?
It's that I'm 100% both my parents. That's the issue.
Yeah.
But it's not 50-50. It's not I'm more like my mom. I'm 100% both of them, and they're not together, never should have been together. So I'm internally at odds with myself because my mom is like a mess who loves life, and my dad is like type A, constantly stressed. So I'm like my mom, I'm like, oh, the phone's in the fridge and I'm a fucking idiot.
Yeah, the phone's in the fridge. The phone's in the fridge is so funny.
Yeah. It's like, where's the fucking phone?
Okay,
like my
how about
dad was
this?
always stressed and busy, and I'm stressed but not busy. So I'm like walking around like I just got out of a board meeting, but I just haven't done anything yet. I'm just trying to like make the bed.
Okay, how about
Who's
this?
going to want to marry that?
Abandon that aspect.
Which part?
Your dad.
Yeah, I know. That's definitely the one too.
Abandon it.
Yeah. But I also, I have to abandon the mom stuff too, because she puts a lot of pressure on everything. Like, my mom is always like, is this not the best day of your whole life?
Oh.
Is this not it's a 10 out of 10. And it's like, I don't know.
Your mom
We're at a
adorable.
Shell station in New
Yeah.
Jersey. You know, I don't know if it's the best day. Sure.
Why don't you just assume that your dad and your mom made a child, which the alchemy of that come together to make something completely different? You can't mix milk and Coca-Cola and make half milk, half Coca-Cola. It makes something else weird and bad. You're bad.
I feel like Coca-Cola milk is actually good.
Might be good. Yeah, you might be a delicious cream soda.
Yeah, it's a cream soda.
Not half stress, not half milk, half soda. You are a cream soda, dude.
I'm a cream soda.
You are.
I ought to be out there fucking selling that. Bottling it and selling it.
Yeah. Not with sex income.
No.
No. Just on stage.
Just on stage. Give me my cream soda on stage.
Cream soda on stage. Cream all of his soda on stage. Save your cum. Save
Is there
your ghee.
anything?
Save
Can
your
we talk
energy.
about stage for a second too? As like there's a version of stage being also antithetical to being
sober?
Well, I think just that, but also more just
Same.
our addiction
Yeah.
is love, right, and validation. So that's still that.
Yeah. What I
It's
do
just-
is I
it's
go,
just-
that's where you get it. That
Right.
off stage, that's Jordan's time.
Yeah.
That stage, get them to love you. Off stage, Jordan time. So you know how every time somebody says, do you want to hang out, you have to say yes?
Yes.
So on stage, you can, and then eventually you start to realize that your set doesn't have to be pandering, that you don't have to make everybody happy, which is awesome.
Right.
But
Because I'm such a
separation
ham
is
and I am
nice.
really like, yeah.
To be like, this is my time for my love addict to shine. Let's fucking ride. Let her out. It's safe here. Great. And then you step off stage and you go, now we're back to Jordan, and now we have to make Jordan love herself. We have to make John love himself.
And we have to sit in the discomfort, and we can't just like go running out of here with somebody
No.
or smoking a joint or doing both.
What's the discomfort? You need a coyote. You need a dog. It's the best. You go home, they love you so much, and you snuggle up, and you don't have to fuck anybody. And if you do fuck them, your dog's just watching. Like, what are you doing?
Right. Well, that's part of what gets me off is when the dog watches.
I know.
I know.
You can't tell anybody about it.
You sure you don't? Can I jerk off for a second?
Yeah, it's hard.
We just take a quick
It's totally
commercial
fine.
break.
Yeah.
It's brought to you by Hims.
Come
on.
I think that you're right. I think that stand-up does perpetuate the love addict thing. Totally. But you have to,
I
keep
love
it-
that though. That's for that, and
then
make
you
it
can
a
really
creative pursuit,
open-
and then you take the intention out of it.
Yeah.
Because the intention shouldn't be I need to win over these people. It should just be like I've created something and I hope this resonates and I'm proud of it.
Yeah. I remember Louis at one point was like, I was talking about some comic who like was not friends with anybody and it was like causing issues. And he was like, dude, when I did stand up, it was like all I did on stage was what mattered. It didn't matter. I didn't like need to be liked by everybody off stage. And I was like, wow, I need every single person to, when I get off stage, be like, we still like you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have that with my whole life. Like just having been the funny person growing up, just like when I hang out with like my childhood friends, I'm like, and they leave, I'm like, I don't know if they like me as much anymore. I didn't feel funny today. You know, like
I
even
do that
this,
every time.
even this podcast. Can I tell you where my head's at?
Go ahead.
You and I could be Riff City. Riff City
This
up in
is
here.
how we talk.
Up in here. I know. But I'd be like,
You know what would've
And
been-
there's a piece of me that's like, oh, they could have seen such magic.
It's not a comedy podcast. And you know what would have made this podcast easier? If I had water.
Yeah, can we have some water,
No,
please?
they can't hear us.
They can't?
I don't think so. Or else we would have.
Maybe we have some water. Do you want me to just go out there and get
You're
some?
talking to nobody.
Can I just
There's
pause?
nobody out there.
There's nobody there. There's people there.
They can't hear us though.
Should I go get some water real quick?
Yeah.
Be right back.
Get some coffee too.
I was making an important point. Coffee too would be great.
Really? You want coffee?
Yeah.
Just ask her for it. Say, is there any way we can have water and coffee? We're dying.
Okay.
It's great that he's asking that. Riff City. As if I've ever been Riff City. Jesus Christ. I've never been Riff City. Maybe sometimes with Sagalo. No, I'm just laughing at riffs. I'm not a riffer. I'm a confessor. That's my riffs, is confessing. So is his. What the fuck is he talking about? Was he gonna come up with puns? Rodney Dangerfield ass? What the hell are we even talking about? That's crazy. It's not a comedy podcast. It's a sad sack podcast. I should have named it Sad Sacks with Jared and Jensen. I like talking to you guys like this. I went and worked out. Now I feel too bulky. You know what I mean? You ever see something like that? You know? So, don't tell John about that. Don't tell John I showed you that. Let's see who's texting me. Oh, shit. We gotta go to a meeting. I'd rather be shot. I'd rather be shot right in the face. How'd it go?
I should have one of these. One of these podcasts.
Shh, into the microphone. I talked to them the whole time.
What'd you say?
Lots of stuff.
You talking about me?
Mm-mm. I was talking about that it was insane that you said that we should riff. As if we ever riff. We are not riffers. We're confessionals.
We are. But I guess that's where you're trying to depuff.
I'm trying to put it on my sinuses. I get so bad allergies. It feels good, though.
Yeah, it does feel nice.
I just got this thing in the mail that, like, electrocutes your face. I don't know if it does anything. But it's by New Face, and I really like it. Please sponsor the podcast.
I have that.
Really?
Yeah.
Does it do anything?
Yeah, I think it does. But you got to do it every
good.
day. I haven't done it in a while.
Do you use the light or the zzz?
The zzz.
That thing's crazy.
Yeah.
Do you put it, where do you put it? Everywhere?
Mostly here, but I'll do the neck too sometimes. Yeah, I'll do it everywhere. And like if you turn it really high, it's...
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
You ever tried? No.
No, but maybe up my butt. Maybe I'll try it up my butt tonight.
What were you saying? You're a cream soda? Oh, yeah. You're in your head about... Dude, we had Ari Garbage on our podcast yesterday, and I was literally felt like the biggest dud of all times. Your
hair's beautiful.
Thank you so much. They were riffing so... I boxed and I didn't shower. They were riffing...
You look great.
So hard. And I was... Couldn't. Too tired, too sleepy.
Really?
Too anxious. Yeah.
I've never seen you not just like a machine gun. And I feel like you and I can be like that. And right now I feel like this is more like I'm at a 2. I'm coming in. I'm bringing in like I'm kind of bringing a, you know?
You're not bringing it.
I'm not.
Let's try going full.
I'm just giving it to you. I'm giving it to you how I am. Giving it to you raw. If we were just meeting up at a coffee shop.
You think we'd be Riff City?
No, I'm saying this. It's this. Because
what
this
do you
is
do
where
on
I'm
podcasts?
at.
You go Riff City?
Sometimes.
You go Riff City with people you're uncomfortable with.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what I do.
Okay, great.
I go hard riff. Oh my God. God bless you.
Okay.
Is that for you don't
Oh man, I have one too.
You're an angel.
I'm sorry.
You're an angel. You want this one?
I want you to have that.
Thank you.
I'll take your fuck stick,
I think
though.
we're doing great. How do you even go Riff City? I mean, me and Maddie Smith are the biggest riffers of all time, but she was on here. We used to talk like friends. I think that's the point.
Okay, we're friends.
Riff. Let's try and riff right now.
No,
He's jerking off his penis over here because he freaking loves it. He freaking loves it.
Oops.
Whoops, he came right in his eye.
Okay, fine.
Does that feel better?
Yeah.
Does that feel more authentic and real? Does that feel good? Do you feel stronger as a comic?
I want to lead with joy. I've been walking down the street yelling things like that. I walk down the street, I go, it's time for me to start living.
We can't lead with joy. I will tell you why. You want to know why? You want an answer to all of this? Yep. At night, we get blasted in the face by a light, a big light. We then get in bed at midnight. We're like, oh, nice, midnight. I'll be asleep by 1. I'll be up at 9. Let's fucking ride. No, we're not. Our circadian rhythm has been blasted by a light. We can't go to bed till 4. Then we wake up. We wake up at 8 because our body's an adult.
4:30, 5 o'clock.
Yeah. A.m., yeah. And you get to bed. Yeah, but then you wake up hours later. Your body goes, you're an adult. Please get out of bed. It's 9 a.m. You go, no, thank you. Then you keep sleeping till 1. Then you feel weird.
I go right through to noon. Feel weird.
Yes.
Feel crazy.
Have to go do something. Don't eat. Wait till later. Working out is kind of hard. We're always tired. We have a reverse. I did carpentry at my house for a week, And I was waking up at 7, working all day, and passing out in my boots at 9 p.m. and felt the best I've ever felt. We have the reverse of a good feeling thing.
Which is crazy because it's like you would think, oh, you got all day, and then at night you work 12 minutes, you make a bunch of people laugh, you hang out with your friends.
No, because you're up too late. It's nocturnal. Have you seen nocturnal people? They've been called something in movies. Vampires.
Right.
You ever seen a bat? Scares the shit out of people. Scary.
I'm a bat.
I know.
I want to be a cream soda.
You are a cream soda. You just are a cream soda.
Is there any way to do it right? You got to make millions of dollars.
Millions of dollars. You got to get rich. We're going. And you have to take a night off.
And then you fly private to Denver.
Oh my God.
You do your show. You're back with your wife and kids by 10:30.
Let me tell you what I could do. I'm flying Thursday to Tacoma. Big mistake. Fly Wednesday. Give yourself a day. Get in the hotel.
Oh yeah, get in their day of the
Chill
show.
Out. Why not?
I know. I always get their day of the show.
I hate myself.
Well, no, it's because the thought of being in Tacoma.
No, you know what? I'm going to do that. I'm changing the flight.
You don't need to do it right now.
Yeah, but I do have to go to this meeting, I think. Hold on, let me check.
Right now you got to go to the meeting? Thank you so much.
Where are we? Where's Madison? Oh, no, I'm not even that far from it. Why is it a 20-minute drive? What are you, nuts?
What are you, out of your tits?
20-minute drive? That seems crazy. 60 minutes. Okay, great. I'm going to fly on a day early. It's going to cost me a lot of money, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to hang out with Chibi Weeby. I'm going to get situated.
Work out in the gym at the Hampton Inn.
Maybe. Who knows?
Who knows? Maybe walk around, explore.
Do some step work.
Go on. Oh, some steps. Some of the steps.
Yes. And then no pressure. This is what I'm going to do. And that's what we're going to do for now. We're going to give ourselves things like that. That's top line behavior right there.
Can you talk to me about top line behavior?
Okay, bottom lines. What are things that trigger you to think about your ex?
Instagram. Being with other women, probably.
Okay, sexual women.
Walking, laying, existing, showering, flossing, talking to people.
Okay, so fantasizing. So fantasizing, Instagram, sleeping with other women. Those are the top things. Those are bottom line behaviors. You are not allowed to do those, which means you have to go on Instagram, right? Because it's your job.
Yeah.
So,
but I'm trying to just post and not look. But that's not true. I'll check my DMs because sometimes women are in there being like, I just saw you walking down the street.
So you have to set a boundary. I don't check requests. And if I see it, I don't deal with it. We have to do that all the time, okay? And then people have literal husbands that they're obsessed with who have to show up to pick their kids up. And they are in recovery and they go, my addiction tells me I want to invite him in and fuck him. But they go, hey, here's the boundary. I'm going to leave the kid. We can say hello. It cannot be longer than 30 seconds. You know what I mean? Like, there are workarounds for everything. You just have to set the boundary.
Yeah.
And then top line behaviors, what makes you forget about her on accident? Where you're like, oops.
Being with friends.
This is giving me
being with friends and not talking about it. Will it help?
Okay. Not talking about it. Not over talking.
I mean, a lot of times it's me trying not to talk about it. But then sometimes it's just like, yeah, there were days this week where I was like, oh, I really didn't think about him much. That's good.
Yeah. Great.
Then I go, well, then she's not thinking about me much.
Yeah, I do
Guess
that
I should
too.
probably kill myself
I did that last night where I was like, oh my God, I didn't even think about the fact that we were on a break. And I was like, he's sleeping with somebody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, or, you're snuggling with somebody and you're like,
yeah.
I guess she's snuggling with her boyfriend. Yeah. Yeah. Which is fine.
It's crazy that she has a boyfriend. That's brutal. That is tough, but kind of easier, but also brutal.
Yeah, it's both.
It's both.
It's definitely both.
Okay. And you're not willing to block or anything, right?
No, because I really...
You're a big wet pussy. Yes. What?
Well, because I have hope. I do love her as a person, and I do have hope I do think we can be friends at some point. And we're like, we create stuff together. I mean, she,
yeah, but not
she's helping
now.
me with my special, and, she writes stuff for me to be in sometimes. She did that once, but I think she was talking about doing it again. I don't know. Maybe she's reconsidered. We haven't spoken, so.
That's good.
Yeah.
You just got to go to a meeting.
Yeah.
Well, go to one meeting and then see how you feel.
I'm 100% going to.
Also,
my psychiatrist said it yesterday that I should. So.
Oh, she's getting sick of you?
No. I mean, I don't talk to my psych much. I'm switching up my meds.
Oh, okay.
So, but
they said SLA?
Yeah.
Wow. That's awesome.
And she said, "Do you have any friends? Go with a friend that's in it." I go, "I do. I have a very good friend in it.
Wow.
Who's always telling me to come with her."
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll find a good one.
Okay, great.
That's co-ed and stuff.
Have I said too much?
No.
Yeah.
You mean about... No, nobody... No way.
Then she'll watch this and she'll get a lot of satisfaction in the fact that I'm still thinking about her.
No, she'll think it's so sweet. She'll be crying. She loves you.
Okay.
They're not bad people.
Right.
They just are... We are bad with them. And for whatever reason, there's been an amazing, thing that you've been given, which is you are not allowed to be in this thing. Like when you're in it, you're like, I hate this. I have to get out of it. And right now you have no choice. Like imagine if you were her. That's so much harder to say no to you. You know what I mean? You just get to be like the victim and be like,
we were going to be on a loop forever,
Right. But
she honestly did me a favor and us a favor by going back to the other guy.
Yeah. It really is a good thing for you.
Yeah.
Because it sucks breaking up with somebody as a love addict because all day you're just like, what if I made the wrong...
And can I also say, I just also have...
poop in your pants?
So like a diaper full of poopy right now. And it's a bit stinky. So can we actually get her back in here?
We're riffing. What were you going to say?
I knew we'd get one in there. Yeah, I think I also have like just a guilt about, I don't know, trying to control the relationships too. I don't know. It's just as a separate thing.
Yeah.
It's like I got all upset in my last relationship that, I didn't feel like she was showing up for me in the ways that I needed, but it's like that's on me at a certain point. So I just have some guilt about that, And then you start beating yourself up, and then you're like, I had all these expectations, but that's control, and that's a problem. And I don't want to be in a relationship where I'm trying to, make the person be someone they're not,
Well, the thing is when you're
because I think I was making myself somebody I wasn't.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, you should do that too. Then I'm compromising my full identity for you.
Yes. And
I don't even see people anymore.
Yeah, I just think about you.
Yeah. So would you pick up the phone sometimes? And would you look at me on FaceTime instead of, clearly looking at an article on Dumois?
Yeah. Yeah, but it's okay to say this is what I need and this is what I want. It's not okay to say you're wrong, but it's okay to be like, hey, I want you to look at me in the FaceTime. It's not okay to be like, hey, could you stop looking at fucking that article? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's so depressing to be like, hey, would you mind looking at me?
Just say, hey, I want you to look at me.
And
then you go like this. This is what my therapist says. You go, hey, I actually don't want to talk unless you're excited to talk to me. Let me know when you are. And then you hang up. That's what my therapist says.
Wow.
But I literally, if I do that, it's like, I only want you to talk to me unless you're excited to talk to me. And then I won't see him for a week and a half.
I want to be with somebody who's excited to talk to me.
Yeah.
But I've had that, and then
I can't believe you were engaged when I
away
first
from
met
that.
you. You were engaged. You came to New York. You're all frazzled, man.
No. I just broken off the engagement.
Right.
I moved to New York right after breaking off the engagement.
Am I doing the right thing? It's
and
crazy.
I'm proud of that guy.
Right, but
I'm proud of that version of myself.
Am I doing the right thing? Right now, you're also.
I know
doing the right
because I have an obsessive brain, and now when I look back on that relationship, I'm like, oh my god, thank God it was what's best for everybody. She's so much happier.
You're bored.
I'm in the same place emotionally, but I have at least a perspective on that. I'm like, okay.
You're getting benefit from it.
From which part?
From obsessing about this.
I am?
Yes.
Oh, that's good to hear. What is the benefit?
You're getting something out of it from obsessing constantly about it. You're keeping yourself in a place of like you feel safe being unloved.
Yeah, which is like I am surrounded by love.
Yeah. But what would happen if
I'm
people...
like, well, let me keep exploring this thing
yeah.
that never lands anywhere good.
Yeah.
It's like I've got abundance. I really do have abundance.
But
it's like I'm
scary.
sick of myself, and I would imagine anybody talking to me is like, what's the issue?
Yeah.
You live
But
in the
you
West
have-
Village.
you
You
have
make
the-
people laugh all day.
But you have SNL trauma,
You got
too.
a full head of hair. What are you on about?
You have SNL trauma.
Yeah, I mean, SNL trauma, is that real trauma? That's, you know.
It's real trauma, and I have trauma stuff. I mean, we all as performers, have something, and then it's taken away, and we think that at any minute, all of the good things that we have are,
Yeah, that's
you know
true.
what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why it's very important to, like, for me, it's like, if I go from thinking about boyfriend to thinking about comedy and be like, obsess about that, make everything, that can get a little risky. You kind of have to be like, I need to obsess about just like actual well-being shit so that if I lost all the things I'm addicted to, boyfriend, comedy, then I would still be stoked, which is why I bought the house and worked on the house to build my own.
How's that
fortress.
going?
It's great. It's the best. It's the best place in the whole world.
Are you there? I mean, you're going
Sometime.
there a lot?
I'll be there in July for 2 weeks.
Is it a livable place to be right now?
Yeah.
I should have asked you if I could stay there this weekend.
Why?
Because my brother and I are going upstate tomorrow.
What the fuck?
I could have stayed there?
Yes.
Really?
Where are you going?
I don't know. We got an Airbnb. We're just like, my brother is all fucked up the same way I am. And so we were just like, he's like, I just need a brother weekend. Can you promise me no shows? And you just come with me and we'll take mushrooms and we'll bond and we'll leave our phones in the car.
Wow.
So that's what we're doing.
Yeah, you could have stayed there. But it's upstate. It's not like
I know. He said it's a far drive. Should I?
It's like 4.5 hours.
Yeah, I think, well, maybe we could cancel it and stay at your place.
Yeah. Do you have a town?
I don't know it. I'd have to call him.
Yeah. I can tell you exactly. Yeah, you could totally. It's the best. There's
Really?
no TV.
Great. It's all set up?
Yeah.
You got land?
I got land.
A lot of land?
3 acres.
That's great.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to be on mushrooms. I don't want to see any people.
No people. You'll be scared at
Yeah.
night.
Yeah. Well, I'm mostly going to do it during the day.
It's the best. There's a little river in the backyard.
Can I plunge in it?
There is a river that you can follow and plunge, but the one in my backyard is like a nice stream, and you can sit on some like 100-year-old farm equipment and meditate right by the stream.
Yeah, I just want to have a good cry and think about the fact that all pain and suffering comes from trying to hold on to everything, good and bad.
Yes.
And you actually just have to let go.
You're going to take like a dose.
And a big problem I have is I'm constantly holding on to the beginnings of things, you know? It's like I'm
Yes.
still like mourning the beginning of a relationship that really started 3 years ago, you know? I'm not thinking about all the suffering I went through. I'm being like, well, remember that?
But what would there be left if there wasn't suffering? What would there be left of Jordan and John?
Maybe some peace of mind.
Yeah, but would they be boring? Is that what we're afraid of? Being boring?
I know, but what if we're levitating? I don't think you're going to get the angst out of us completely.
I think it's way funnier to be concerned about like a man walking down the street whose hat is kind of looking like a separate head on his body. You know what I mean? Like that's the neuroses that I think is funny.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you see a plastic bag and you're like, that looks like 3 cats attached, and you get freaked out by like the world around you. I think that's way more intriguing than being freaked out by love addiction. So I actually don't think that we would be boring. I think we would be interesting because the things that would bother us would be more
I started just
dynamic.
I'm just going to look at the world through John Wilson's eyes. You know, the John Wilson show? You ever see that on HBO?
Oh, yeah.
So
Totally.
I just started doing that, and it's like, it makes life fun.
Yeah.
Like, I was just like, in the bike lane, a receipt was just going down the bike lane perfectly, and I was like...
Biking?
Yeah, biking fully in line on the thing. Followed me all the way down the block, and I was like...
That's awesome.
I go, see, I would have missed that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And how many times a day is that happening?
See, you're doing great. That's why I don't think you should get off the Lexapro. That's some Lexapro shit.
You think?
Hey, you saw the receipt.
Yeah, but I had moments like that pre-Lexapro, and I didn't have an innie. You understand?
You don't need an Audi.
Can I ask you something else?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's say I'm at peace. I'm in the program, doing the steps, I'm meditating, I'm plunging. Okay?
And she reaches
But
out.
I meet, no,
Oh.
well, that would be scary.
It's happened to me like 9 times.
Yeah, I don't think she would. But anyway, I think she's waiting for me to do that because I laid down the boundary. But anywho, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, I'm all good.
Yeah.
My future self is good.
Yeah.
And then I meet someone.
Yeah.
And it is not just like a horned up conquest. It is like I have a connection with this person. Right?
Yes.
That I can follow.
Yes.
Okay. I just don't know how, you know, if you're being like sober, like you can't be with anybody, you know, in the program.
Wait, you're saying...
If I meet a woman and I'm in the program...
Yeah,
it's
you can
like,
sober date. I'm in a sober relationship. I'm sober dating.
Yeah.
It means you're like consciously trying to not being an addict in the thing. It's like a food addiction. They don't say you can't ever eat food. You just have to eat it not like a freaking pig.
Right.
You got to eat regimented. You got to keep talking to your sponsor. You got to keep writing down inventory. You got to keep reminding yourself that you're your own person. You're good. You're healthy. You're lovable. You're doing top lines. You can totally sober date.
Top line. Oh, yeah, you told me bottom line, but what's top line?
Things that talking to friends, going for walks, working out,
right?
Making a nice salmon.
Oh, I've never made a salmon. I think it would stink up my apartment too much. I don't cook. That's a problem. That I need to do.
No, it's not. Listen to yourself.
Sorry.
Just say, I'm John, and I don't really like to cook.
I'm John, and I don't really know how to cook.
That's fine. You don't have to go, I cook. I'm a bad bitch. I'm a bad little bitch who doesn't know how to cook fish.
Yeah.
You don't have to do that.
Yeah.
You just go, I've never really learned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because my mommy fucked me up.
Because my mommy fucked me.
Hard. My mommy
The
fucked
way
me
that
hard.
I like you.
Yeah.
The way baby like you. Oh shit, I have to go to this meeting. I love you so much.
Is it an SLA?
No, it's a casting thing.
What do you mean?
You know what that is. You're the movie man.
You're going to are you trying to say an audition?
No, like a meeting with casting.
A general.
Yes.
Oh, that's good.
Is it?
Yeah, that's
fun. Or is it a waste of my goddamn time?
A little bit of both.
It is, right? It is just...
It can't hurt because then you're there and they're like, you know, we actually are casting this thing right now. You might be right for.
That never happens.
I'm telling you.
It's just them to be like, do you need anything? Any water, coffee, tea? And you go, yeah, I'll take all the candy you have on site. And then you sit there and they go, yeah, we really like unscripted TV shows. Those are really what we're looking for. And I'm like, what? And they're like Impractical Jokers. Can you do that?
Is that something you think you can do?
No. It's already fucking been done.
No,
oh, yeah, you're them?
I was just doing that. Yeah.
Is that something you think you can do? Can you think of something like that? We'd really like you to think of something like that.
Have you tried making TikToks?
Have you tried making TikToks? Because we want to do a mini series where we are paired with StubHub. Where we do 45-second movies. Can you make 45-second movies where you're a different character
Can
each
you
time?
do Impractical Jokers in 45 seconds?
We want to do a girl's version of Impractical Jokers called Impractical Whores.
And it's on Snapchat.
Yeah.
And you can only watch it once.
Can you be on a game show? The whole game is there's nobody watching. Can you do that?
Do you think you could do that for us?
Yeah. And then I go like this in my head. I go,
your titties
no,
have to be out. It's for OnlyFans.
we need your titties out. Not your whole titties out, but just one titty out.
Yeah.
And then, we're not like monsters. There'll be a person on site to make sure your titties are safe, but your titties will be out.
You'll be out.
And-
It's man on the street, but you're showing whole.
Yeah.
And nobody's watching.
That's what they're like.
Yeah.
That is what they're like.
And I'm like, does it pay? And they're like, no. And I'm like, okay.
I'll do it.
Perfect. Sounds great. I'm all in. Thank you for even thinking of me.
That is what happens. I'll be like, they're like, does it pay? And they're like, it won't pay for the first 50 years, but after that, you'll definitely get some residuals, maybe. And I'm like, I'm so glad to be here.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
It's an honor.
Yeah.
And they're like, can you show us whole real quick before you leave? We just need to make sure. You just state your name and height and show a hole.
Yeah.
Yeah. It could happen, though, that they're like, hey, we're looking for, a hot, sexy, funny
Mom.
bricklayer.
Yeah, bricklayer. Yeah. A ceramic mother.
That could happen.
Do you want to plug anything? Who cares?
Gives a fuck.
I mean, that's crazy. But I will say to people, see John on the road. It's
I'm on the road.
sick. It's like, if you like me with the ADHD it's like me, but so cute.
Yeah.
So sweet and cute and neurotic.
Yeah. I would love for you to see my hour.
I would love to see it.
Yeah.
When are you doing it? Are you ever doing it in New York?
No, next week. Are you on the road next
Where?
week?
You're doing it in New York? Were you doing it here?
No, I'm driving. You want to drive down to Providence, Rhode Island and open and watch it?
And what?
And watch
Oh,
it?
You're doing it at
I'm all
Comedy
over
Connection?
I'm all over New England next week. I'm at Comedy Connection. I'm in Portsmouth, New Hampshire.
Do you ever record
I'm
it?
in
Just
Bath,
send it to
Maine.
me. I would love that.
Yeah, I could just send it to you.
Yeah. I'm doing an hour at the Comedy Cellar on Sunday.
Oh, fuck yeah. VU?
No. The Fat Black, just to run it. He's got to run it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that. Well, you're shooting a special.
In May.
Unreal. With who? Netflix? Netflix?
Yeah.
Jordan.
I know. I told you this. But hopefully I don't fuck it up because they already gave me some money. So now I can't do something crazy like kill myself.
You're going to blow up. You're gonna blow
I can't
up.
talk about any of that.
And I need you to remember me after this thing comes out.
Shut up.
I'm also in the movie that my ex wrote and directed. And that'll be on, it's available now.
You were the best part of the thing that I saw that
And
was bad.
it's going to be on Max in June.
Oh, cool. But what was the movie I just saw you in? In the Lindsay Lohan movie. You were so good in that.
Thank
I
you.
watched the whole freaking thing because you were in it.
I can't believe you
And it
watched the whole
was
freaking
good.
thing. I did get very happy when you sent me a photo of you watching it.
You were in it, and me and Coyote watched it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yay.
Okay, I really have to go.
Did Coyote like it? Okay.
She did.
All right. Whatever. I'm gonna record my own podcast. So I don't think she's gonna come back. She hasn't called, but that was kind of my call. And I mean, is Apple Pay the only way? I gotta go.